this has always been the interesting argument with Nas, right? And everyone came down on me because I said Nas only had one classic album, which is Illmatic.
No.
That's my opinion.
Illmatic, Stillmatic?
Illmatic, that's it.
You don't think Stillmatic is
Stillmatic
dope?
is cool. It's not a classic album.
It was
Illmatic. It was cool. It wasn't Illmatic.
I agree with you that I am.
These are not. I'm not saying he had a bunch of whack albums. I never said that.
But
what I'm saying
classic.
is he has one classic
Sure.
album. And to me, a classic album, and this is why I also said Michael Jackson only had one classic album.
That's preposterous.
Okay, so anyways.
That's silliness. Cut that out of this part.
No,
because
it's
some people
totally
could have
same.
rode with you when he has only one classic album, but to say that Michael, bad Thriller off the wall, right there, bang, 3.
Triller.
Obviously, Thriller the best, but you're comparing, look, this is what you're doing right now. You're taking the best pussy you ever had, right? Who's the best pussy? Like the best. Let's just say you fucked Kim Kardashian, right? Now there might be 2 other girls that are bartenders that you fucked that are 9s. They're not going to be as high as Kim, that's a 10, but they're only really 1 point away on the scale.
Right, but what if for you, if it ain't 10, you ain't fucking with it? See, that's how I look at life.
No.
Like with me, I've always been like, I mean, and even my career, like I've always looked at it like, if I cannot be the best in the world at something, I am going to leave it alone. Like, because I started out as a DJ, and as a DJ, I came into it thinking I'm going to be the best in the world, and I got Mixtape of the Year awards, and I got this, and I got that. But at one point, I realized that something, I'm never going to be as good as Kid Capri. Kid Capri is fucking phenomenal. When I watched Kid Capri, it made me choose a different career. And I've told Kid Capri this. You know what I'm saying? And this is why I went into the whole Vlad TV thing. And Vlad TV is, a top site. You know what I mean? Like for me, it's like if I can't get the 10, I ain't really fucking with it.
Even with pussy, you feel that way?
Yeah, I try to get the best, 10. Sure. 10. If you ain't going for the 10, you might hit it and quit it. But the return trips will only be for the 10s.
No, I only.
It won't be for the 9s or the 8s.
No, I wife.
Now maybe a man who's not at my caliber, who you know what I'm saying, might think differently.
Yeah.
If they get a 5, at least they fucking.
Yeah.
I just don't feel that way.
Well, I'll fuck 5s.
Right.
When it's just fucking, I'll fuck who's available.
Really?
I'll fuck who's, I don't have standards.
You keep going back to 5?
Bro, standards are pussy. Standards? Get the fuck out of here. If it's a wife and I'm going to make children with this person, I want to give the kid the best opportunity to look beautiful.
Right.
I can't fuck a 3 and then it's me and a 3 and we make this gargoyle. I got to at least, out of selflessness, I can't make a kid with an ugly girl just for the child, not for me.
Right.
But when it comes to fucking, hell yeah.
And this is I've actually been thinking about this recently, is that you could be broke, right? And you could be okay with being broke, but the reality is that most broke dudes have somewhat unattractive baby mamas, which in turn makes the kids
think about the kid, bro.
Not all that attractive. Or at least, two ugly people can make a beautiful child,
sure.
But 2 beautiful people are much more likely to make a beautiful child.
And I'm only worried about the daughter. Like, I don't care if I have an ugly son. Like,
no?
A man is as attractive as he is successful. A woman is as attractive as she is attractive.
Yeah,
Listen, let me tell you something. Barbara Corcoran is the most successful woman in the world. You ain't fucking Barbara Corcoran.
I don't even know who that is.
Exactly. You don't even know who she is, okay? You know some random Instagram model that got 200,000 followers.
But I bet you a lot of dudes would fuck Oprah.
Would they?
Yeah, they would.
If Oprah wasn't famous, what if you didn't know her? Oprah was just some woman that was incredibly successful, but you didn't even know who she was. They fuck Oprah?
And because she's a billionaire? Yep.
You fucking Betty White?
Betty White?
Yeah.
See, but I'm different, though, is what I'm saying.
No, you're not. We all the same. No, we're gonna fuck this girl just to tell our boys we fuck her, but we're not wifing that motherfucker. There are 90-year-old oil tycoons that can have 20-year-old girls. Fucking heartbeat.
Right, but in general, most younger men will not fuck anyone 90-year-old, regardless of how attractive they are. There's not too many hot 90-year-olds.
That's what I'm saying. Is a 90-year-old dude has success, which defines his attractiveness.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
well, he's got money.
No male model. First of all, male models aren't even getting the baddest chicks.
You don't think so?
Successful dudes are getting the baddest chicks.
Oh, yeah? What about, I just interviewed Kevin Federline.
What about him?
Who is he fucking?
He's a male model?
I mean, he kind of was, yeah.
No, he wasn't. He was a backup dancer.
He was a dancer.
Yeah.
He was a dancer and he was doing commercials and stuff like that. But he looks like a male model.
But he's not a male model. Let's keep that very clear. He's not a male model at all. He's a choreographer. Okay, well, and
clearly, Britney Spears did not end up having children with this man because he had such an amazing career and a lot of money.
Yeah, but also women will fall in love with a man based on proximity. Like if you are a man and you are true to yourself and true to your manliness, and you spend enough time with a woman, time plus proximity is love. The women can fall in love with you. It's literally a time thing, and that's your backup. How many people we know fuck their backup dancers? J-Lo, Britney, Christina Aguilera.
Christina Aguilera was
I'm pretty sure she was fucking one of her backup dancers. Really? Every one of these girls was fucking their backup dancers. And then we judge Bill Clinton for fucking his intern. That's his backup dancer. It's proximity. You know what I'm saying? I don't deny that. And Kevin could be a really charming dude. I don't know him, but
I just interviewed him. Cool dude.
Charming guy.
Yeah,
I'm sure he is. And maybe he's he's a great dad. Maybe he exhibits a lot of qualities that work out.
Yeah, he's got 6 kids.
So yeah, he clearly girls want to reproduce with him.
Procreate.
Yeah, procreate. I said recreate. I put reproduce and procreate together.
That'd be like cloning yourself. Or recreate. Okay, but going back to the music thing.
Yeah, but seriously, don't have standards, bro. That shit is.
Standards are whack.
You're just fucking like what? You're gonna not get head? You got standards for head?
I got standards. Period.
Man, get the fuck out of here.
Serious.
Dude, get your dick sucked by ugly girls. It's by far the best head you'll ever have in your entire life. But dude, no, stupid.
Stupid?
Just stupid.
Stupid head?
Yes. It's yes.
Okay.
It's like when a girl gets her pussy eaten by a guy with a little dick. That's the best head she's gonna ever get. Because he knows he gotta make up for what he's working with.
Lack of dick, right.
Exactly. So,
So you're saying dudes with big dicks probably don't eat pussy that well.
Every homeless person I know got a big dick.
What?
Every homeless person.
How do you know this?
Let me say, every homeless person, I'll be honest, every homeless person I ever seen pee or pull their dick out on the subway or just walk down the street with their dick, got a foot-long dick. Every single one of them got a croquet mallet. That's what it looks like. Just a baton. Why? Because when you got huge dick, you don't have the drive for success. It's the same thing as like a chick who's like super hot, perfect body, all this other shit. It's like, what, she gonna get a job? She gonna work at Sephora? No, she's just gonna do nothing. Right. Go on Instagram, take pictures.
So you're saying the dudes with big dicks end up being unsuccessful?
Absolutely.
Well, okay. You might be going somewhere with this because I interview a lot of porn stars, and I interview both male and female porn stars. And I remember as a kid, watching porn like in junior high and stuff like that, I was like, oh my God, being a male porn star must be the ultimate fucking job. You're getting paid to fuck the hottest chicks. And then once I actually got to know a lot of the male porn stars, most of them are pretty broke. They're not super happy. They're struggling, and
I would never want to be a male porn star.
Never?
I don't like fucking more than once in a day.
Really?
Fuck no.
I could fuck like 3, 4, 5 times in a day.
What?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm not going away to war. Why are we fucking more than once in a day? I'll fuck tomorrow. Who are we competing against here? We just fucked. We're done with the fucking now. I'll fuck tomorrow or the next day after that. I don't need to fuck 4 times in a day for what?
So you're one and done.
One and done. And proud of it. I don't need this. Who am I trying to prove? What's going on here?
Might have a different sex drive.
If you want to fuck again, I'll hold my fingers like this and you can do all the fucking you want.
Oh, really?
That's it. Dude, one time. Why do we need to fuck all the... Who are we competing against? What's going on? I'm not dying.
Maybe some people just like fucking more than you do.
I'm not going to prison.
I mean, you might just have a low sex drive.
Probably. Shit. But my sex drive high until I get out the system.
And then it's done.
You know what it is? My sex drive is equivalent to my success ratio. I can't be fucking all day. I got work to do. I got to make myself somebody. If I'm fucking 10 times a day, I ain't working. I ain't writing jokes. I'm not doing Vlad interviews. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't have too high a sex drive so you could get shit done.
You know who really framed this perfectly?
Who's that?
Was Kanye when he said, I don't know what's better, getting paid or getting laid. All I know is when I'm chasing one, the other's getting away. Boom.
Hey, I agree with Ye. In that aspect, I agree with Ye.
Okay. So let's get back to our original point.
What was our original point? Fuck that gorilla. What's the gorilla?
We were talking about how you're, when it comes to
Harambe.
music, it's melody, right?
Yeah.
So I started talking about Nas.
Yeah.
And the thing about Nas is that everyone respects Nas as a lyricist and stuff like that, but what you keep hearing over and over again,
Beats are trash.
yeah, Nas has the worst beat selection.
Yeah.
It's so bad to the point where I think on 2 consecutive albums, both of his singles had the same beat. Hip Hop is Dead and Thief's Theme literally had the same beat.
I wonder if there's ego involved. To be honest, I wonder if Nas is going, hey, I'm an amazing rapper. What I do is rap, and I don't want anything to take any shine away from my rapping. It's like, when a girl gets married, her bridesmaids got to get bridesmaids dresses, and then they all look like dragons. They look disgusting in the bridesmaids dress. It's because she wants to be
the center of attention
and star of the wedding. So maybe he doesn't want a dope beat so that he's the star of the album.
That's ridiculous.
You can say it's ridiculous. I'm just saying.
Absolutely ridiculous. Because his first album, all the beats were amazing.
Yeah, but he didn't get to choose that shit. Like his first album, he has to take advice from producers. He has to
Large
listen
Professor,
to
I think, that was the executive producer.
execs. But once you become Nas, the famous rapper that doesn't have to listen to anybody, then you could choose your own beats, and then you choose 2 the same beats for your singles in a row.
Exactly, and this is why Nas had only 1 classic album.
Now, I don't know if I'm gonna go that far because I think Stillmatic was dope. I really think Stillmatic was dope.
Were all the beats hot on Stillmatic?
If I'm honest with you, I can't really remember all the beats.
Exactly. All the beats were hot on Illmatic. And in fact, what actually made Illmatic so special was that was the first time in hip-hop that a rapper went and got all the hottest producers to all work on his album.
Yeah.
Up until that time, it would always be Eric B. and Rakim, KRS-One and Scott LaRock, whoever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Marley Marl and whoever he was working with. Like, it would always be a rapper and a DJ/producer, and they put that album together. Nas was the first one to say, yo, I'm going to get Pete Rock. I'm going to get Q-Tip. I'm going to get Large Professor. I'm going to get DJ Premier. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to get these other dudes, and I'm going to put together the hottest album with all the hottest New York producers. You know, I'm going to, like, that had never been done before.
You're upset at Nas's albums having whack beats. I could tell.
Yeah.
You must have put money down. You must have had a bet about it.
No, I mean, I like Nas, but it just seems like...
I Am is going to be amazing. Just watch.
No, I mean, I would buy his albums and I'd listen to it. I'd be disappointed. I'd be like, okay, yeah, this is cool, but this don't make no... Like, you pick this beat.
Sure.
You know, and that's the thing. Like, Nas doesn't have good beat selection.
And
that's what takes away from the artistry, the final product.
It's like anything in life is like you have to move towards your expertise, and then you have to hire people who can gravitate around their expertise. Yeah. You know, if I'm making a film and I want to direct a film, I'm going to direct it. I'm going to get the best cinematographer I know. I'm not going to get some bullshit cinematographer. I'm going to get the best one. I'm going to get the best actors. I'm going to get the best sound guy. I'm going to get the best of the best to work on my project. And then the project ends up being the best.
Right.
And if you're a rapper, or if I was a rapper, I would do the same thing. I'm going to get the best beats. Right. I'm going to get the best sound mixing dude. I'm going to get the best, singers for the hooks. Like, I'm not going to go, I need all the credit.
Yeah. I mean, and I actually just interviewed Bow Wow. Mm-hmm. And one of the things that we talked about was that he really, his first albums, few albums were going multi-platinum because he had such a great chemistry with Jermaine Dupri. For some reason, this always stuck in my head in terms of like how I do business. Mm-hmm. And he said, when you have a certain amount of success with somebody, you should stick with that person. Because a lot of people start to think that their success is their own success, when the reality is it's the success of a team or of the group. Right. And he made a mention of like, well, you see that Bow Wow's not doing the numbers that he was doing while he was with me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. And it was like, I remember it really stuck to me. It was kind of like, okay, it's really easy to think it's all you. Mm-hmm. and to kind of get beside yourself and not give the people who made this point in your life a reality.
Right on.
So after you dropped that album and it didn't do the multi-platinum, did you and Jermaine start to talk after that?
Yeah, I remember driving, it was All-Star Weekend out here in LA. And I was here, of course, I was performing and doing like a million other things. And I was in a real dark place. I really didn't want to rap anymore. It wasn't fun. I really didn't care about it. And I just said, and Sony was coming to me like it's time to work on the next album. And I told him, I said, listen, if it's not with Jermaine, I can't do it. I quit. Like, I just won't fucking ever go to the studio ever again in life. Like, I just don't want to do it unless he's a part of it. Y'all have to find a way to make this man a part of my album. He needs to executive produce my album.
Okay.
And I got on the phone with him. I called him. I said, where you at? He was like, I'm in Malibu. He had a house in Malibu at the time. And I drove out to him and Janet's house. I drove out there. And I remember just sitting in the living room crying. Just crying to him. I couldn't even hold it in no more. Like, just telling him, like, dog, like, this shit is fucked up, man. Like, how, me being young, I didn't understand the business. I always thought you was gonna be there for me. Like, you was like a father I never had, a big brother. Like, I felt like you fucking left me, bro. Like, you ain't have no artist, so nowhere close to what I done for you. Your biggest artist, yours. And I feel like you left me for stuck. I feel like you didn't teach, you feel like I was too young to get the knowledge from you of what was going on and why we split. And I feel like you backdoored me and went around and you told my mom and kind of kept me out of the loop and shit. And we just got it all out right there. And I told him, I said, look, dog, I'm not doing this next album unless it's with you. And we left that Malibu house, went back to Atlanta, and I'll be goddamn.
Yeah, it's like a boxing. It's like a boxer. The second he loses, he always drops his coach. And it's like, maybe it's not your coach. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe it's you.
Maybe it's you. Stick with the coach. He knows what to do. And then eventually 5 fights later, he loses another fight. And what does he do? Goes back to his original coach.
Yeah, exactly.
You're looking for someone else to blame. Nobody wants to blame themselves.
Look, I work with them on Mad. Good guys. Good heart. Good guys. Give you the shirt off their back. Is it ironic? Is it a coincidence that they both, most of their friends are white and got white wives? They like white women? I mean.
And they develop envy because they go home. They get out the car with their friend, with their other partner, and he listening to your music. They walk in the house. They girl listening to your music. They go downstairs, the kids doing a dance to your music. Now they are hypnotized with hatred.